this is this camp was Belzec. And you can see it, it's not standing anymore because they tore it down. They tried to disguise everything.
What country is that?
It was in Poland.
Oh, in Poland also. Okay.
So I'll read this here, and it has all the information. It's very good. In the fall of 1941, Nazi Germany implemented a plan to systematically murder the Jews in the general government, a section of Poland. This plan was codenamed Operation Reinhardt. 3 killing centers were established as part of this action: Belzec, Sobibor, and Treblinka. We've heard that one. Operation Reinhardt marked the deadliest phase of Nazi Germany's intention to commit genocide against the Jewish people. Belzec was the second German killing center to begin operation, and was also the first of 3 centers established as part of Operation Reinhardt. The basic installations were in place by February of 1942. German officials then brought in the first transports of Jewish prisoners. These prisoners were gassed in a series of experimental gassings to test the efficiency and effectiveness of the killing process. These initial gassings were conducted with bottled chemical processed carbon monoxide gas. The first commandment of the Belzec ordered a self-contained gas installation that employed carbon monoxide gas generated from the exhaust of a large automotive engine. It was this gassing technique used in stationary gas chambers that would be replicated in other Operation Reinhardt camps. Killing operations in Belzec began on a mass scale in March 17, 1942. On this date, the first Jewish communities were deployed to Belzec. These communities came from the cities of Lublin and Lvov. Between March and December of 1942, the Germans deported approximately 434,500 Jews, and an undetermined number of Poles and Gypsies were there and were killed. German officials divided the Belzec camp into 2 zones. The first was a combined administration reception zone, and the other was a separate area in which the SS and the police would carry out the mass murder. This zone was hidden from the view of the victims waiting in the reception area. A narrow enclosed path called the Tube connected these 2 sections of the killing center. The railway siding and the ramp were in the reception area. The zone where the mass murder took place included the gas chambers and the plot mass graves. Rail tracks ran from the gas chambers to the graves to facilitate the disposal of the victims' remains. Trains of 40 to 60 freight cars arrived at Belzec railway station. Between 80 and 100 people were crowded into each car. The arriving Jews were then ordered to disembark at the platform of the reception area. Jewish victims were forced to undress and run through the tube, which led directly into the gas chambers, deceptively labeled as showers. Once the chambers' doors were sealed, the guards started a large motor located outside the building housing of the gas chambers. Carbon monoxide was funneled into the gas chambers, killing all that was inside. By the late spring of 1943, Jewish forced labors guarded by the SS had completed the task of exhuming and burning the bodies with the dismantling of the camp. In June of 1943, the camp was liquidated, and the Jewish forced laborers were either shot or deported to the Sobibor to be gassed. After the Belzec camp was dismantled, the Germans plowed over the site building and a manor house and planted trees and crops to disguise the area on the farm. A former guard was placed on the site of the farm in order to further camouflage the site. In July of 1944, the area was taken over by the advancing Soviet army.
So again, lies. Lies, lies, and more lies.
Cover up.
They're going to take a shower and then they
Yeah.
get gassed.
Yeah. And
Don't trust government.
A lot of them came right off the train and went right into the gas chambers. It sounds like
How terrible.
very, very disheartening.
Never
Never
again.
forget.
In the name of Adonai.
Thank you.
Never forget.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Todah, David.